Hey, what's going on everyone? This is G and I'm funkin' hungry. In this video, we're going to try KFC's doubles. They have an original crispy double, they have a Zinger double, brand new and it's never been in Australia before. They have a waffle double. So I was going to do separate videos for them all, but I thought I may as well grab them all and just get them out the way. So we'll try all of them. So we have the original crispy double, we have the Zinger double, and we have never before seen the waffle double. So it's kind of like having breakfast, lunch and dinner, or dinner and dessert at the same time. So we'll leave the waffle to the end. We'll start off with the original crispy. So they come in some nice foil, at least to keep them warm. Okay, if you've never seen the doubles, basically instead of buns, you have chicken. It's been in South Australia for a while, probably a year or more. Original crispy fillets now, so it's a little bit more crunchy. I know there's a bit of controversy. Some people like the old ones, some people like the new ones, some people like me like the new and the old ones. At the end of the day, it's still fried chicken. Sometimes KFC, the fillets and the chicken can be a bit steamy, can be a bit sort of soggy. So at least the crispy fillets are stopping that. But yeah, on the original crispy double, you have two crispy fillets, you have one slice of bacon, one slice of cheese, and you have barbecue sauce. Which this one is not. This one is the Zinger. Hopefully they gave me one correct one. Alright, so that's already a fail. Because this one says Zinger double. Hopefully they didn't give me two Zingers. Give me this one, even though this one had the Zinger wrapper down. This one is the one that I want to review. Now I don't even know which one's the Zinger as in the fillets. Hopefully this is Zinger fillets and this is original. They all look the same now. Okay, so the original crispy fillet, it comes with two original crispy fillets, one slice of cheese, one slice of bacon, and it has barbecue sauce. Alright, enough fooling around, let's give this a try. Cheers. Sipping tea like Kermit. You can't really go wrong. The KFC buns are normally a little bit crap. They're nothing special. So you're taking out the bun and you're using the chicken as the bun, and then you've got the ingredients inside. Now this is really nice. It has a nice coating, the crispiness, the chicken. Like, what can you say? This is awesome. This is funkin' delicious. But I wonder if the bacon, barbecue sauce and cheese is the best combo. Obviously I get to compare them with the other ones, but I'll have another couple of bites and we'll move on. Now the bacon is really nice with the cheese. The cheese adds some creaminess, a little bit of a sharp cheese flavour. You get the bacon that adds that, that meaty flavour, separating it from the chicken. And the barbecue sauce is actually quite nice. I do like the barbecue sauce with their chicken. Gives it a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of smokiness. It's a nice barbecue sauce. Okay, so my rating for the original crispy double, I'm going to give that a good 7.8 out of 10. This is a good item. I don't see why it's not on the menu full time, because all it is chicken fillets, cheese, bacon and a sauce. All they need to do basically is just keep these wrappers in the store and they could do it all the time. So that's just a bit silly they don't. But obviously they need to build up a bit of hype and marketing and, business and all that stuff. But that's solid. Let's see if the Zinger one tastes nicer, because I do like Zinger. I do like supercharged sauce. But this one is definitely a solid burger. Now my price rating for this is $10.95, which does seem a little bit crazy. You know what, it's about $6 for the patties, a couple of dollars for bacon, cheese. I don't see how it's that much. I feel like that's definitely a couple of dollars more than it should be. So I'll give that a price rating. I'll give it 5.5 out of 10, just slightly above average. But yeah, nothing too special when it comes to price. Okay, so now I'm going to try the Zinger double. So the Zinger double is basically like the original fillet, but you have Zinger, hopefully, they gave them. Zinger fillets, you have a piece of their cheese slice, their plastic cheese, you can see the plastic. Piece of bacon, a bacon slice, and you get the supercharged sauce, which I do really like. I went for a stage there when I really liked the supercharge, and then I kind of just got used to it and, kind of just, got bored of it a bit, I guess. But yeah, supercharged sauce. At least they haven't gone too crazy with the sauce, but there's enough there just to, you know, change up the flavour. All right, let's try this then. KFC Zinger Double. Cheers. It's definitely Zinger fillets. It definitely has a different taste. A little bit more spice. I think I'm definitely liking this a bit more. It seems the original crispy doesn't have as much of the 11 herbs and spices or whatever. It seems like there's not as much flavour. Still good. And it is still original fillet. But the Zinger has a nice peppery flavour going on. Then you get the cheese, the supercharged sauce, you get the bacon. This one is definitely tantalising the taste buds a bit more. It's definitely, you know, it's basically doing it a lot for... It's doing a lot more for me. It's a nice little peppery flavour going on. Okay, so you can see that the Zinger actually has a marinade on the chicken. You can see it's a little bit the same colour as the supercharged sauce, this sort of orange sauce. But yeah, you can see on the actual fillets, it does have this... It has a slight peppery, maybe a little bit of a chili flavour, probably like a cayenne pepper sort of flavour. But you can see that it has actual marinade in it. I will show you the comparison of the original fillet. So you can see the original fillet doesn't actually have that marinade on it. So no sort of sauce or orangeness. But yeah, the original fillet one, the original crispy, I should say, as it is now. The original crispy was very nice. It definitely was satisfying. I would definitely enjoy that by itself. This one, to me, my preference, this one's a little bit harder to put down. Has a nice peppery flavour that's keeping me going back for more. So that being said, my rating for the Zinger Double, I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10. I feel like this is really nice. The supercharged sauce definitely complements the Zinger fillet. The bacon, again, giving it that slight saltiness and that sort of porky ham flavour, whatever you want to call it, bacon flavour. And yeah, the cheese gets a little bit lost in this, but you know, it's adding that creaminess or just that sort of gooiness. But the cheese does get a little bit lost because of the sort of peppery flavour. So you probably do taste the cheese more on the original crispy, but I am preferring this one. And I'll give this one a price rating. I'll give this one a 5.5 out of 10 as well. Slightly above average, but you know, nothing too severe, nothing too crazy, because it's still pretty expensive for, like, you know, $11 for this is a little bit crazy. Anyway, this is the one that they don't have all the time. Like, the ingredients they don't always have. And this is the one that basically I wanted to review. I thought I'd just grab them all and be a Phunken hungry, greedy git and just have them all and just give you a price rating and sort of just let you know which ones I prefer. Obviously, if you don't like spice, you're going to like the original. Yeah, if you don't like barbecue sauce, you can change that. You could ask them to put pepper sauce, pepper mayo would be nice to try on the original crispy. Or even the Zinger fillet. I might do that if I can, you know, be bothered and they're still around, but these will only last a few weeks. So if you are interested, go and give them a try while they're still out. They have been out a week or two. You know, I've had a lot going on and I haven't got around to reviewing them. But let's have a bit of dessert. Let's have a bit of breakfast. Let's have whatever it is, a sweet. So this one is the one that I wanted to try. This is the one that I would have picked to review. Oh man, already getting a bit of a Phunken hungry sniff. I'm not even sniffing it, but I can smell that sweetness coming from the waffle. Okay, so this is definitely the one that interests me. I do like waffles. I do like fried chicken. Now, obviously, if you don't know, in America, waffles and chicken are kind of like a breakfast item. They have it quite a lot, fried chicken. I believe it's kind of like southern sort of America. They have fried chicken, waffles, and normally maple syrup. Now, on this one, this double, they have the original crispy fillets. They have this waffle, which I'll show you in a second. They have a maple mayonnaise, and they have bacon, no cheese. But yeah, it's a little bit over the place. I guess it's because there's no cheese to glue this in place. Now, it does have a hair here, so, you know, shout out to the hairy pricks at KFC. You know, apparently chicken is full of hair. So this is like, you know, must have been sitting on the side for a while. Lovely and hairy. Gotta love that. Hairy McClary. But yeah, a nice big crispy fillet. I will say that. That's probably why it was a little bit weird. One huge one, one tiny one. You know, not discriminating. But you can see the waffle. The waffle does look like it's been sitting there a while, let's be honest. Doesn't look fresh. You know, these are probably come in frozen, or maybe not frozen, but they come in and they probably microwave these and they sit them in the heater. Oh man, there's that maple mayonnaise. I'll try the maple mayonnaise by itself, so excuse the fingers. Let's try this by itself just to see what it's like. Oh, that's okay. It's a little bit like a baconaise almost, but it definitely has the maple flavour, but it's got the sweet, salty vibe. Yeah, it's definitely got a bit of maple. Could be a bit sweeter, to be honest. It does have a little bit of a maple flavour you get first. Then it has like a bit of sort of like quite a savoury flavour. To be honest, they probably should have just put maple sauce on this, I reckon. Anyway, let's put this back on. We'll flip that around so there's a bit of sauce on this fillet. Okay, so let's give this a try. KFC's Waffle Double. Cheers. A little bit dry. Nice flavour though. The waffle is definitely a bit dry. Okay, so the waffle's got a nice flavour. It's a bit dry. You can tell that it's been sitting a while. It's not like, you know, it's not like they've made it fresh, or it's not like it's even been sitting there, you know, just for a little time. It definitely has that dryness, like it's been sitting there a bit too long. Flavour's not too bad. Could probably be a little bit more sweet, to be honest. It's not a bad combo. I feel like, as I said, the maple syrup would have been better than a maple mayonnaise. These fillets aren't too bad. You know, they're a little bit, you know, they're not fresh as a daisy, but they're not too bad. I have a couple more bites and I'll give it a rating. Now, I feel like, to be honest, if I don't eat too much of this, I might see if I have any maple syrup or even golden syrup or something in the fridge. So I feel like they're onto something, but the maple mayonnaise is okay, but it's not really giving it as enough sweetness as it needs. It's quite savoury. You're getting a little bit of sugar coming from the waffle. I just feel like they need to bump it up a little bit more. It's like they're onto something good, but they're a little bit too scared to go all the way. It's like, you know, a kid that jumps into the pool, jumps into the shallow end, and you're like, oh, look at little Jimmy. He's going. He's having a good old swim. He's doing well, and then he's like gets to the deep end, turns around, and goes home. It's like you just need to go that little bit further. All right, I'm going to have a couple more bites, then I'll give it a rating. And there's a lot to get into your mouth, giggity. There's the waffle, the chicken. You know, the others didn't have such a big piece of carbs in it, you know. May as well just eat some of this. Definitely this that's drying it out. The chicken's not too bad. A little bit of that maple flavour. That maple mayo is a little bit smoky, a little bit sweet. You know, you've got the bacon to add a bit of saltiness as well to it. It just feels like it's missing something, and I feel like it's the sauce that lets it down. The sauce isn't too bad. I feel like the sauce would be nice with some fried chicken. I feel like the sauce works with the fried chicken, but a little bit of sweetness coming from this. It just needs a little bit more. Like, you know, it's like being slapped in the face by an old granny. You need her to get the purse out. You need her to, you know, do a little bit more for you. Need you to, you know, to beat you up a little bit more. I remember when KFC did Tabasco chicken, and they gave you like a little jar of Tabasco sauce as well. The chicken was marinated in Tabasco, but they gave you a little jar as well to put it on when you want. What would have made this, what they should have done is gave you like a little tiny jar of maple syrup so you can like pour it on when you're ready, because obviously if you pour it on the burger, the reason they didn't do maple syrup, I'm guessing, is because if they pour it on, it will get too soggy by the time the customer gets it. But if they gave you a little jar, that would be a way to go. So that's why I reckon they've done maple mayonnaise. You need maple syrup. You need that little bit more sweetness to bump this flavour profile up. So my rating for the Waffle Double I'm going to give that, I'll give that a 6 out of 10. I feel like it's not as good as the OG. It's not as good, definitely nowhere near as tasty as the Zinger was. Those flavours worked really well together. So good on you for trying KFC, something different, you know. Definitely appreciate them trying. It just fell short of being a decent product, the best product, awesome product. Definitely wasn't a Phunken delicious, but it was Phunken okay. And my price rating for this, I feel like, you know, you are getting a bit more, that you are getting the waffle instead of the cheese. So I feel like this is probably worth it a bit more, because instead of getting cheese, you're still getting the sauce, bacon, you're getting the 2 bits of chicken, you're getting a big waffle. So I'll give that a price rating. I'll give it a 6.8 out of 10. I feel like it's a little bit better price value than the others, but still, you know, also that being said, when you get a dry, old, you can see a bit of crystallized sugar in here. Getting a dry old waffle isn't good enough, but you are getting a little bit more for your money than a piece of cheese. Okay, let me know in the comments below if you've tried any of the doubles. So the OG crispy double, the original crispy double, the Zinger double, or the waffle double. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I've said. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could please like, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. This is G from Phunken Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. Don't know which one to finish. Might have to save some of this for the neighbour's cat.